It's late. I got tied up watching our sister station's coverage out of Oklahoma City and just lost track of time. Listen, while we are coming on the broadcast here for Coffee Talk, folks in Texas and folks in Oklahoma are dealing with a nasty, nasty line of storms. Now, we'll talk about it because that line of nasty weather is actually moving our direction, but let's focus on our weather because, of course, Coffee Talk is a discussion where we prepare for our weather, but it does all tie in. So, top two things we are monitoring this morning is that severe threat moving our direction. And yes, that severe weather through parts of Oklahoma and Texas, a part of that, we'll be looking at those impacts. And then after that severe threat, we get a big chill moving into Central Florida. I'm already wearing the long sleeves as I sit out here and chat with you. And yeah, I'm going to need more than that. We're also watching showers in Central Florida. There's so much. We're entering into an active weather pattern, and it's beginning already right now. So we've got some fog in my neighborhood, more than likely in your neighborhood. Tower Cam Network showing showers also in parts of Central Florida. This is a look at our Melbourne Tower Cam live there if you're watching us on the live broadcast. So yeah, let's get right to it. First off, temperatures out the door, 50s in our northern spots, 60s in our southern spots. Here's a look at the visibility numbers. Melbourne visibility is down because of a little bit of patchy fog there, and we're kind of seeing it also out into Bithlo, Christmas, Wedgefield area. But let's look and see what's doing on our first warning live Doppler radar. And let me just take you to Melbourne because it's not necessarily fog that we're tracking there, but it's this shower activity. So here's our live first warning Doppler radar, and there's that heavy band of rain. As soon as it ran into Satellite Beach and Indian Harbor Beach, it started to gradually lose its intensity, and it's continuing to fade as it moves inland. But 192, say US 1, A1A, we're watching those rains coming on in, okay? So that's a look there. Let's widen the perspective out and see more rains coming in around Vero Beach. You can see Indian River Shores, Orchid Island there along the Treasure Coast. Let's come further to the north. Cocoa Beach, we see some rains. Very heavy rainfall coming in right over the Canaveral National Seashore now, and that kind of working over to the Kennedy Space Center. I'd say out near Launch Complex 39A, 39B, it is about to pour. You see that red and yellow shading there working in, and right where the K is in Coffee Talk, that's if you kind of look just beyond that, you've got Launch Complex 39A and 39B. So that's what's going on there. Let's come up here into Volusia County and see what's doing. Nothing severe, but plenty of rains showing up. Volusia, it's kind of a wet mess around New Smyrna Beach, Ponce Inlet, Daytona Beach shores, and up around Ormond Beach. We're also watching Holly Hill, Corona, Painters Hill. Some showers moving in. Did have a couple of people asking about this little ring here near Astor. Let me zoom into that. That's not rain. What that is right around sunrise, you end up getting a flock of birds taking off. Somebody, even on Twitter, had mentioned that was a pressure wave from a bomb. Obviously, that's not the case, but it is an interesting signature. What's kind of neat, though, is we can actually take and look at the radar. This is what is referred to in the meteorological circles as correlation coefficient. You see the reds, that's rain. If we back it up, though, you see how the ring out there near Astor and Pearson, that's blues and greens and yellows. So rain, not rain. So it's a big difference there. But at any rate, we're watching these showers impacting us, okay? All right, 12-hour forecast getting us through the day. Showers this morning. We are going to keep the mention of showers through the day today. Excuse me, about a 20-30% coverage of seeing rainfall. It's not going to be a washout of a day. We are going to keep with plenty of clouds around, okay? 73, 11 o'clock, 75 by 1 p.m., and 77 degrees, our high temperature on the day. All right, any questions, comments, concerns? Thus far, we've got a lot to talk about. I just want to go over kind of the state of the state this morning. Then we can move on and discuss the other things. Let's see here. Good morning to Patricia. Pat, good morning. Debbie, how are ya? Hope you're doing well. Christine says rain just picked up here now. Yeah, we're going to be seeing the rains on again and off again through the day for sure. Yeah. Mickey over on YouTube, good morning to ya. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Pat, good morning, good morning. Raining steadily here in West Melbourne, Rachel reports. Indeed, we saw that. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, where's that rain end up? Kind of all over. We'll look at it all. And yes, Mickey says, saw the GFS showing 30s in our area for Christmas. What's your thoughts? We're going to go over all of the long-range stuff. Yeah, believe me, there's plenty to talk about. So let's get to Futurecast and just see. Right now, here we are, and I'll bring it full screen for you. Notice 10, 11, 12, still with those coastal showers. I will add that when I see it today, I'm on Wesh 2 News at noon, so when we talk, we'll be tracking those coastal showers impacting us. Let's furthermore push through 2-33. It's mainly along the coast. Now, there will be a few showers that do try to sneak inland from time to time, but overwhelmingly, it's going to be coastal showers. So temperatures today hanging out in the 70s, depending on where you are, of course. But we're going to keep the showers around, and they are going to be the coastal showers. All right? They are going to be the coastal shower variety. All right? So that's where we're at today. Sound good? Sound good. What I want to do, give me a few seconds to try and... Okay, I'm going to do this. Bear with me. Give me a second. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to try. I'm trying to get this set up. Excuse me. I want to show you while we're discussing, I mean, what you're looking at there. That's the 12-hour forecast. I'm just trying to dial a couple of things up here. So bear with me. Where did that go? Oh, here it is. Okay. Bear with me 2 seconds, people. I apologize. But I'm doing this all on the fly because, of course, this is the way coffee talk is. It's all kind of off the cuff. Interact. Will you work? No. I'm going to give up on this in 2 seconds. I just want to show you some of the damage coming in other parts of the country. So there's a cold front storm system moving our direction. This is a look at the storm system right now. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Stand by. There it is. Okay. So this is a look at the storm system as it is right now. Nasty storm system moving through Texas and Oklahoma. It's providing flooding, unfortunately, for our friends in Oklahoma. It did provide what looks like tornado touchdowns this morning. No confirmation at the moment, but they're showing helicopter footage, and I'd really, really like to get that there for you. But it just does not look like it's going to want to do its thing. So I may be SOL here. But you can see there are 2 tornado warnings that are in effect for Texas working toward Dallas. So the situation continues to play out in a not so great scenario. Okay? For us, thankfully, as that storm system moves our direction, it weakens. But it is going to have enough oomph. So here we are today, and you can see that storm system moving out of Oklahoma, moving out of Texas, and it's kind of working its way into Arkansas and Louisiana. Then looking ahead beyond that, we'll just bring it full screen, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and it gets a little influx of energy on Wednesday. Then as it moves toward us, it is going to start to weaken just a little bit. We're not to the point where we can say, there's not going to be severe weather for us, because we do think that there's going to be the dynamic in play enough to get a lower end threat for severe weather, but a threat for severe weather nonetheless. So here's kind of what we're looking at in our local area. Come Thursday, that ribbon there of yellow denotes the threat for strong to severe storms in central Florida. It's not the kind of threat that Oklahoma City has seen, which is good for us, but nevertheless, the threat is definitely there. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to want to do its thing. So, all right. I wanted to show you some of the tornado damage. It's just not in the cards. And that's fine. Such is life. But anyway, they're picking up the pieces this morning. It looks like some pretty significant tornado damage from Wayne, Oklahoma. Wow. Sad stuff. So as that line moves our direction, a level 2 risk for strong to severe storms, meaning scattered, meaning out of all the storms around, let's just put the definition up here across the screen. Okay? Level 2 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms, meaning that we could get isolated cells with winds of 58 miles per hour or greater, isolated tornadoes, and there is even the threat for some small hail. So when we break down the threats in our area, Thursday is going to be that threat for strong to severe storms. I think we're going to be talking for sure about wind gusts, tornado threat relatively low, hail threat relatively low. That wasn't the threat, though, for today. If you look at the severe threats for today, we're watching 2 tornado warnings in Texas. Then it moves into Louisiana and even Mississippi. That's a level 3 threat, meaning numerous strong to severe storms, okay? The threat ongoing there. That's through 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then for tomorrow into Thursday, it's Louisiana, Mississippi, into Alabama, and then, of course, that threat moves closer to us. So because of this concern, because of this threat that we've got, looking ahead for Central Florida, we've called Thursday, for now, a first warning impact day, meaning weather's going to impact your family, and we're kind of denoting that triangle when those impacts are expected. Damaging storms are possible in our area. So let's look at the 7-day forecast just to kind of illustrate this. I'm not even getting to the chill yet. I'm just talking about the threat for some severe weather, okay? All right. So Thursday is going to be that day where we are concerned about the severe weather. All right. 82, it'll be warm enough. We'll have the instability in the atmosphere, and that, of course, is going to be the biggest concern. So next couple of days, today, tomorrow, a couple of showers, that much we can handle. Thursday, the threat for strong to severe storms, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're actually playing out a pretty nice forecast. You know? Now, Saturday, there could be some showers. This is going to be interesting. The models are kind of going back and forth on what we could be tracking there in terms of some rainfall. So that's going to be another element. Right? Why has it been so dewy in the morning lately? Because we have moisture. We're kind of in this transitionary period where we've got some moisture around. So yeah, that's why we've been seeing the fog. So there's that. All right. All right, any questions on kind of the severe threat? Then we can get into the chill. The chill is the good stuff, but I want to make sure to give you the first warning. Rosebud, is it still going to storm on Thursday, or is it here early? Well, it's Thursday. That's what we've been discussing. But let's do this. Let's break down the timing, okay? So here's 7 o'clock Thursday morning. And this is the European model, kind of giving us an illustration of timing and temperatures. I think, it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. European model is showing like 11:30, 12 o'clock, we're going to start to get the rains marching into our area, right? And then from there, 1, 2, 3 o'clock. So it's going to be like lunchtime into the afternoon with the showers and the thunder showers, and then it kind of starts clearing out little bit by little bit thereafter. The GFS model, let's take a look at the timing here, okay? Looking nice and quiet Thursday morning. But into Thursday afternoon, watch how by lunchtime we're starting to see, and then into the afternoon, there's 4 p.m., for example, the GFS model is showing that dividing line with the showers and the thunder showers. So temperatures more than likely are going to be at like 70s. The clouds move in, we'll be at about 80, and then we'll start to drop the temperatures as the front moves in. So this does look to be an afternoon event on Thursday. And then afterward, we'll start clearing things out and cooling things down, okay? So far, so good. Questions, comments, concerns? Any idea on Christmas temps? We're going to get there. I'm kind of working one step at a time. But yeah, we're going to get there. Starry-eyed Earthman. Good morning. Light showers up here early this morning. Yep, coastal showers. That's our pattern that we're in right now. The sun is trying to come out. It's foggy at my house. I don't see much sunshine here. It's trying to come out. Yeah, I would agree with that. Any idea on timing of rains for Thursday? I'm singing in a concert at Northland and Longwood on Thursday night. It's going to be a Thursday afternoon / Thursday evening kind of thing. So yeah, and it's a little early. It's a little early to really be able to zero in on the timing. But for now, both the American GFS and the European models are kind of talking later day type deals. Yeah. Right. Pussycat says he doesn't pay attention to the YouTube people. Why would you? What are you talking about? I always love when people say that, and like that's the comment that I read. There's a lot of people that are talking, and I'm doing the best I can to get to everybody. But I'm sorry. I didn't see if you asked a question. If you asked a question, I didn't see it. I'm doing the best I can. Tired of hearing about snow everywhere. Must be a slow news day. I don't think I've mentioned snow once in this. I'm in Narcoossee area. It's a beautiful blue sky here. Of course it is, Tina. Isn't that funny how that works? Is the storm bringing wind? Yes. I think that once this storm system moves into our area, our greatest concern is going to be the straight line winds. There is the threat for tornadoes. It's a low-end threat, but there is the threat for that. But I think that truthfully, when we look at everything, all things considered, I do think that the straight line winds are going to be our greatest concern come Thursday. All right? Allison says you can't see all of them. I mean, I'm doing the best I can. My little box is moving very, very quickly. Ay. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate it. So that's where we're at. Thursday looks to be an afternoon storm event, and I can promise you I'll be tracking it for you, okay? It's been a minute since we've had a true decent threat for some severe weather. We've had our afternoon storms. We've certainly had hurricanes, but it's been a while since we've had a level 2 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms in kind of a frontal boundary type scenario. So we'll certainly be monitoring it. Now, that said, let's talk chill after this, and then we can get further down to Christmas, because I know everybody's curious, and some of the models are going a little gaga on this. So let's be sure to check in on that, okay? All right, chill. So first off, we've got our cold front moving through, all right? So you see the severe threat on Thursday, then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it gets chilly, right? 48 on Saturday morning. So what's the deal there with the showers on Saturday? So let's look here. Give me 2 seconds to dial this up. Model. Oh, did I go past the model? Give me a second. My internet is being grumpy today. So essentially we've got a cold front moving through, and then you've got this little pocket of energy that may try to sneak in. So here's Futurecast kind of long range. There's the front. There are those storms moving in through the day Thursday. Then we clear out, and then watch what happens. There's Friday looking good. Look at the Gulf of Mexico, though. There's Saturday. The model's trying to say that through Saturday, essentially, we kind of try and pick up some additional moisture moving through. So may see some showers streaking through our area on Saturday. It's not going to be bad or anything, but may just see some of those lingering showers, and then afterward it clears out on Sunday, and then we look good. Sunday, there's Monday, Tuesday, yeah, and then another frontal boundary kind of perhaps trying to move in our direction there, okay? So that's where we're at for this weekend. in terms of the rain. That's where those showers are coming in on Saturday. And we'll have to see. Basically, it's just moisture overrunning the old cold front. All right? Yeah. Super fun. What about the temperatures? That's what you want to know. So let's kind of just take this day by day. All right? So Friday, we'll wake up in the morning. Temperatures 50s and 60s. Friday afternoon, I'm just curious if he's over the fog. That's kind of funny. Helicopters going over my house. He's over the fog. All right, Friday afternoon, 60s to about 70 degrees. But I think Friday afternoon, those temperatures are going to be falling through the day. So I think Friday afternoon is going to be a nice and cool one. Let's look at Saturday, shall we? This is going to hit. Waking up to 48 degrees in Orlando, waking up to 41 degrees in Ocala. 53 on Merritt Island. That'll get you. Afternoon high temperature on Saturday. This should get your attention as well. 67 in the city, 66 in the villages, 64 degrees in Ocala. Yeah, that'll do it, right? And then kind of staying nice and cool through Sunday as well. Right. All right. So that's where we're at. Questions, comments, concerns? That's where we're at. Rosebud. Actually, we get more attention because there's just a handful on YouTube and hundreds on Facebook. It's all on the same list, though, so it's just a matter of where we are in the list. That's all. Pussycat says, I just want the weather information. Baby, I'm giving it to you. I am 21 minutes into giving weather information. Oh, man. Are we doing the Coffee Talk drive-thru on Friday? Not this Friday, because I can't do that on my laptop, and I'm locked out of my other computer. And until I... Stella, stop it! Until I get to the Apple Store to unlock it, I can't do the drive-thru. So I need to get there. Yeah. Christy says, we must live close to you. They were just flying over us before you. We're neighbors, huh? All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah. The helicopter's putting in the electrical lines. There have been a lot of electrical line stuff, so yeah. Dustin says, you nailed the BSR prediction for severe in Louisiana, Texas. Did I? I didn't even look at my schedule. Gulf low, yeah, that's the low that's kind of pulsing up. And then look at that, yeah, southeast severe big front. You're right. I'm a day off. I mean, it's still going to be southeast severe, but yeah. Wednesday. So for tomorrow, we added the threat on November 27th. That's crazy when that happens, isn't it? That is crazy. Thank you, Dustin, for pointing that out over on YouTube. I appreciate that. Will the 80s come back anytime soon? We're barely out of the 80s. We're barely out of the 80s. Oh, man. How did you lock yourself out of your computer? Becca, it's a long story, but yeah, I just need to take it to Apple. I don't think he likes me if he only knew how much I appreciate him. I like you. We're fine. We're here. Ay, ay, ay. All right, so there's that. Let's move on, shall we? Give me a few seconds to get the models all dialed up here. Want to show you something else, too, kind of interesting. Temperatures, long-range temperatures. Let me hit this. All right, so this is the GFS raw output for temperatures, all right? Yeah, when does the 80s return? According to the GFS, the 80s return on Thursday before the front moves in. Then we get cool through the weekend. Then we get a little milder by the 20th. Then we get cool. Then we get... Yeah, I mean, you can see these temperatures are all over the place, though. For Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, it's got high temperatures in the 60s for Orlando. Remember, this is one model run and one shot of Orlando. Each model run comes in different, so there's that. But it's interesting to watch. If nothing else, it's interesting to watch. But what about the individual temperatures? That's where we come over here. Give me a second. Da, 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 da. We'll hit that. And we'll switch you over to the GFS. All right. So this is the GFS raw temperature plots. I'm going to bring it full screen because this is not built to be a TV product. So forgive for the crudeness of this, but this is a look at GFS temperatures, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit, this is the maximum temperature. So let's just go through to Christmas Eve. Maximum temperatures according to the GFS on Christmas Eve, 60s to 70. Morning low temperature Christmas Eve, 50s and 60s. Now, look at Christmas morning. Morning low temperatures on Christmas morning showing up in the 40s and 50s. So cool. There's literally going to be a cold front in our area in that time frame. We knew that, though. When did we put that in here? If I go to Christmas, I've got on Christmas Day, warm front approaches turning cooler the day after Christmas. We added that November 25th. That's literally what is playing out. Now, am I going to be off by a couple of hours? It could be. But dang it, if we didn't a month ahead of time call this. High temperatures on Christmas Day. There's your high temperatures on Christmas Day, according to the current run of the GFS. 60s and 70s. What about the day after Christmas? Let's look at the day after Christmas. Holy cannoli, people. Waking up the day after Christmas. 34 in Ocala, 41 in Orlando. That's the morning low temperature the day after Christmas. What about the afternoon high the day after Christmas? 60s, 50s, and 60s. Now, the timing is going to adjust one way or another. But yeah, things are starting to come together to show some chill moving our direction right around Christmas. Are you excited? What do you think? Ay vey. Ay, 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 ay. Mickey says, Nicole, recycle should be soon if I'm following the LRC correctly. You are right. I saw it last night. The model backed off on it, but here, let me show it to you. You want to see it? I'll show it to you. I saw it last night and laughed. Front, da, 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 da. You want to see the Nicole recycle? 22nd, 23rd, 25th, 26th. Watch this. Little storm system in the Gulf. Look at it blowing up right there. There it is. You see that? That's the 27th. That's the 28th. There it is. The models have backed off on it now, and that's just the way it goes. But they're starting to find the Nicole recycle. I love science, man. I love science. Laura says, I moved my husband's grandparents from Massachusetts here in June, and they're ready to have a warm Christmas. Listen, compared to Massachusetts, they're going to have a warm Christmas. Even if it's a chilly one for us, it's going to be a warm one for them. For sure. Kim, thank you very much, my dear. I appreciate it. Oh, man. 35, no thanks. I hope to get some blankets for Christmas. All right, we've got to take care of Laura. Got to take care of Laura. That's cover the plants temps, right? Alice is asking maybe a few snow flurries. Slow down, Allison. Morning Star on YouTube. You have to have moisture. Usually you don't get moisture and chill here in Central Florida. Oh, man. I'll be waist deep in the ocean the day before Christmas taking pictures of the surfing Santas. That sounds fun. I could deal with that. Christy says that's the GFS for you. Yeah, the GFS is the GFS. It's going to be a thing. It's always going to be a thing. Allison says I'm from New York, so these temps are a huge welcome for me. Even Florida chill is not that cold compared to other parts of the country. Like, that's what we have to remember. All right, so that's where we're at. That's where we're at. All right, people, enough. It's 8:33. I will see you today with much more on WESH 2 News at noon. I'm in doing the noon and 4 today, and we'll also be discussing this ad nauseum on the afternoon coffee talk. We'll meet again. What do you say? 3:30? Oh, today is our Christmas party at the station. I forgot. I don't have to bring a Lunchable to school. All right, people, it is 8:33 on a Tuesday. Thank you for hanging out for Coffee Talk. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. I will see y'all today at noon on TV, 3:30 on social, 4 o'clock on TV, and I'll be tweeting through the day, particularly discussing the weather scenario moving our direction on Thursday. The chill is going to be fun, but we have a serious weather situation, so I do want to make sure everyone's taken care of. All right? All right, be the sunshine in someone else's day.